Hey housemates, it's Mermay, so let's make some fantastic things for your underwater dioramas. So I didn't plan on starting my channel during Mermay, but it's actually really fitting because I love the mer people. First things first, let's change this background. There we go, much better. So first things first, let's gather our supplies up. So first you'll need some foam board. These would actually be great in a hidden doll room from a certain talented YouTuber that we all absolutely know. So if you follow her instructions, you could do an underwater doll room, it'd be great. Next you'll need some contact paper. I always cover my foam board in contact paper so that it doesn't bend and warp, because nobody wants that for their dioramas. We don't like that. Next we're gonna need a little bit of shipping paper, just the brown stuff that you get anywhere that you can find. Or you can use a poster board if it's a little bit stiffer, that's fine too. So we'll need those. We'll need some poster paint in all of our ocean colors, aka sky blue or teal, peacock blue or royal blue, and a nice dark navy blue. You'll need just a little bit of sand, assorted pieces of coral, flowers, and leaves and fake plants. So now that we've got everything we need, let's get started. Next, we'll need to cover the foam board with the contact paper. This will stop any bending or warping that the foam board does when you paint it. The contact paper will stop all of that. A great little tip. So as you can see, I already started on mine. But what I've done is just cover the foam board in the contact paper. And again, that starts any sort of warping or bending. As you can see, it's nice and straight, nice and flat. I also started doing this already because I wanted to test it to make sure it would turn out. And it's doing really well, so let's clean it up a bit. But all I did was take the teal, put a layer across, take the blue, same thing, and with the dark, just like that. And as you can see, it gives it a nice deep perspective, just what we want for our beautiful oceans. So let me clean this up, speed it up, and let's get back to it. So I have to tilt the PTO this way to stop all that shine from coming through. But as you can see, it's got beautiful radiation flow, just how you want for your beautiful ocean. So let's put this aside so that it can dry up. And let's grab our poster board, which I forgot to tell you that you'll need. Sorry. Now I've kind of measured out the size of how I want my little rock structure to be. So let's just kind of draw a little wavy kind of shape over here. And that is going to be our rock structure. Cut out the structure. Measure out your shipping paper so that it covers the rock structure. Now, here's the fun part. Sprinkle up your paper get it into a nice good ball like that. We want it nice and crinkly. This is what's going to give you the nice rocky structure to your underwater rock sections. Plus, crinkly paper is a good sound. Place your rock formation face down on the paper. Carefully glue down your paper using hot glue. And remember, hot glue is hot, so please be careful. Cut off the excess from your circle. And fold in and glue down the other pieces. Until you get a shape that looks a little bit like this. And this is going to be our rock structure. And you can see how it'll just fit right over top of our background painting. Let's mix up some dark gray paint. Probably need more than that. There we go. And a little white paint. There you are. I like to add a bit of water to the paint. Just to thin that out a bit. And a little bit of sand too, which helps give it a nice rocky texture. Mix it all up. Till you've got a nice consistency. I'm gonna lay down an old piece of poster board that I've used before and start painting in all the parts of the rock. And now that everything is dry, I'm gonna glue it all together. And then we can start the fun part, which is putting on all our corals. So let's do that. Alright, so now that that's all glued down, let's start adding some seaweed and coral. So these little fern ones here, I just got at the Dollarama. If you're in Canada, I'm sure you guys can find any of, maybe at your Dollar Tree if you're in the States. And I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a bend to get some movement in there. And we just put them right in like that. It works out great. And you can put them here. Yeah, I think I like that better. I've also got this viney type stuff, which I think looks really good too. Very kelpy. So we can just measure out some of that. Put that on this too, because that looks really good. Perfect. So now that we've got our seaweed in place, let's glue it in. Okay, that's looking great. Let's add some more and really do this up. So this is what I'm going to be adding to our little scene here. All I've done is taken some parchment paper, put out some glue, and went like this to get this kind of mossy, grassy kind of pattern here. And it makes a great little add-on to your scenes here to get some nice moss going. Some algae, I suppose, is what it is, if it's underwater. And we just put them kind of everywhere and make it look all nice. It can be totally random. Nature likes random, so you put those there. And then for different colored corals, you would just do the same thing and color them whatever color that you wanted to. I really like a nice orange because it pops against the blue. I also like to use a nice purple as well. So let me do this and I'll meet you on the flip side. So now we just have to take our heat gun and melt those down. Seeing as they're hot glue, they'll stick right on there. All right, that looks good. Let's get some color in here. So some of these corals I made just by finding little branchy stuff at the Dollarama or the dollar store and then painting it in these beautiful colors. And then some, like these ones, or like these ones here, I got online or at my local pet store. These are really easy to find, so definitely a great option if you don't want to make your own coral. These are great. All right, so let's add these all in here. Okay, everybody. I think this is looking real good. Yeah. Perfect. And then once you work for a while, this is what you end up with. How neat is that? It's a lot of work and effort put in here, but it's definitely worth the effort. Peekaboo.